Good morning and welcome to your pre-market report for Monday, July 13th, 2026. Let's take a quick look at the global cues, domestic trends, and stocks to watch before the markets open. U.S. markets closed higher on Friday, with the Dow Jones gaining around 0.4%, the S&P 500 rising about 0.4%, and the Nasdaq Composite adding roughly 0.3%, as optimism around the upcoming earnings season and a continued rebound in AI and semiconductor stocks supported sentiment. Investors looked past lingering geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, while easing concerns over immediate supply disruptions and stable bond yields helped keep risk appetite intact. Asian markets are trading mostly lower today, as renewed geopolitical tensions in the Middle East and a sharp rise in crude oil prices weighed on investor sentiment, reviving concerns over inflation and global growth. Japan's Nikkei is down around 1.5%. South Korea's Kospi has slipped over 6%, while Hong Kong markets are showing relative resilience, trading around the flat to positive mark as investors await further policy support from China. GIFT Nifty futures as of 8 a.m. was trading at 24,050, thereby indicating a negative opening for the Indian markets today. Crude oil prices are trading sharply higher after renewed military exchanges between the U.S. and Iran's reported closure of the Strait of Hormuz reignited fears of supply disruptions. While OPEC Plus has increased production, geopolitical risks are keeping a significant risk premium in oil prices. Gold prices are trading slightly lower, as rising oil prices have strengthened the U.S. dollar and increased expectations that inflation could keep the Federal Reserve on a hawkish path for longer. However, persistent geopolitical uncertainty continues to provide some underlying support to bullion, limiting deeper losses. LTIMindtree delivered a steady first-quarter performance, with revenue rising 2.8% sequentially to 11,608 crore rupees, while net profit increased 5.3% to 1,466 crore rupees. Improved operating efficiency helped lift EBIT margins to 15.5%, reflecting healthy execution despite a challenging demand environment. Avenue Supermarts reported another strong quarter, with revenue growing 15.1% year-on-year to 18,343 crore rupees and net profit rising nearly 13% to 936 crore rupees. The company also approved raising up to 1,000 crore rupees through non-convertible debentures and appointed Lalit Ahuja as Chief Operating Officer to strengthen its leadership team. Powerica has secured a 50-megawatt wind power project after emerging as the winning bidder in Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam's renewable energy auction. The project was won at a tariff of 3.51 rupees per unit, further strengthening the company's presence in India's growing renewable energy sector, following the mostly negative open for the Asian markets as well as a spike in crude prices after recent altercations between the U.S. and Iran, which has once again resulted in the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Nifty is expected to open in the red today. Supports may now be placed at 23,925, followed by 23,800, while resistances may be placed at 24,055, followed by 24,165. A negative bias may be expected at open with chances of a recovery later in the trading session due to value buying. Indian markets may remain volatile as investors assess the Q1 FY27 earnings season. Elevated crude oil prices amid renewed Middle East tensions, uncertainty over the U.S. Federal Reserve's interest rate trajectory, fluctuating FII flows, rupee movement, and global inflation concerns. Strong quarterly earnings from India Inc., continued domestic institutional buying, sustained government spending, robust corporate investment announcements, resilient domestic macroeconomic indicators, easing geopolitical tensions or a moderation in crude oil prices, and stable global market sentiment could support investor confidence and help Indian equities maintain their positive momentum. On Friday, foreign institutional investors were net buyers of about 2,604 crore rupees, while domestic institutional investors were net buyers of around 2,020 crore rupees. That's your market snapshot for India on July 13, 2026. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for stock market related updates. Wishing you a focused and profitable trading session ahead.